These are just the latest incidents in the skies since Republicans in Congress voted on Friday to cut $4 billion from the FAA's budget and gut several safety recommendations proposed after the deadly Buffalo plane crash that happened in February of 2009. All of the 49 passengers on that flight were killed, sparking a new call for stricter safety guidelines. Kevin Kuwik lost his girlfriend in that Buffalo crash and has since become an advocate for much tougher safety guidelines, and he joins us now from Ohio. Kevin, I want to get your initial reaction when you learned on Friday that the decision was that the FAA was going to cut $4 billion from the budget.
Well, it hurts, unfortunately, Thomas. I mean, I think the thing we've learned in the last 2 years, you have to stay on top of these airlines. If you let them go and you leave them to their own devices, bad things are going to happen. And we had a really good period of cooperation in the last Congress, and I thought we made a lot of headway, but unfortunately, it seems like we're sliding back the other way.
Well, and you mentioned bad things happen. We have 3 close calls in the skies just since Friday. So do you believe that anything has changed since the Buffalo crash in 2009 when you lost your loved one, your girlfriend, in that accident? Do you believe that in the 2 years almost since then, have we made the proper strides in the right direction?
Well, I think things are in place. I think the right ideas have been put forth. I think awareness is a lot higher. But unfortunately, last August, Congress passed landmark legislation really geared at regional airline safety. But unfortunately, you have to give them these changes don't overnight. You're looking at a 2 to 3 year implementation period. You have to give the FAA a chance to work through all that. And unfortunately, we're not 8 months later. And here we have, members of Congress trying to sabotage everything that we work so hard for.
And we are expecting, highly anticipating Boeing to put out this service bulletin, which would in effect deal with over 900 of these planes, these models of planes that are in service around the world. I believe in the U.S. there's roughly about 200 in service. So Kevin, when we talk about the fact that this service bulletin can come out, what do you think it's going to do to the type of planes that really are used by Southwest and by other airlines in this country?
Well, I think that's, especially for me, that's a little bit hard to predict that whole thing. I think the general comment here, though, as we talk about maintenance or we talk about regional airline safety, unfortunately, there's no way around it. Safety costs money, whether it be investing in newer equipment, whether it be spending the dollars, as far as your approach to maintenance, or spending money to train your pilots, to provide them with the best practice safety programs. And there's no way around it. And, it comes down to, making the call for, corporate America or sticking up for the passengers and for safety. And, sometimes it seems we kind of lose our way there.
So in your estimation, then, is it the fact that we're, the corporate America is really selling out our safety for the fact of putting these crafts in the air that aren't up to flying regulation?
Well, I don't think anyone is against safety. I think that's bad politics. That's bad business practice. I just think there's such economic pressure that, unfortunately, if the government and the FAA don't stay on top of these airlines, unfortunately, that's when shortcuts happen. And there was a period of time where the FAA and Congress pretty much let the airlines do their things, and sadly, that's why Lorin's not here anymore. And we're doing everything we can to try to get that adjusted.
For yourself, you've been in this battle for 2 years now. How has it changed your perception and how you travel when you know that you're going to be boarding a flight for work or for pleasure? What does it do to you personally?
Well, I just think your awareness is a lot higher. I mean, this is a very safe period of travel in American history. It's not like planes are falling out of the sky every day. This is not meant to introduce a panic. However, if we're not careful, it's a slippery slope, and that's what happened with Colgan 3407. We kind of lost our vigilance, and we kind of let these regional airlines get away, from doing the right thing a little bit, and we paid the ultimate price. And our number one goal is to do everything we can so that people realize, in our case, regional airlines do exist. Just because you buy a ticket from Continental doesn't mean you're flying on Continental. But just be that, we have to spend money on safety to do the right thing and to look out for the passengers, because we can't make the big campaign contributions that some of these airlines and cargo carriers are able to, and we're the little people here, and we're just trying to. It's too late for us. I mean, Lorin's not coming back, but I'm trying to make sure somebody else doesn't lose their Lorin.
Kevin, we are sorry for your loss here, but we do appreciate the hard work that you're doing for all of us here. Kevin Kuwik, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Thomas.
Troops